Hello, this is a showcase of Sandquarry v4. V1 was by Roby and XCOM, V2 was by TT, V3 was by 1725, and then this last one, V4, is by 1725 and myself. So the improvements are that it requires very little pre-placed blocks compared to all of the previous ones. No pre-placed observers, no pre-placed pistons, just soul sand and cobble walls. For the 12 version and the 15 plus version, I'll show you how to modify later. It also requires only 3 wide trenches and is completely lightning proof. So those are all the benefits. 1725's V3 also required 3 wide trenches, but it wasn't lightning proof. And also required 3 placed pistons. So real quick, the reason why these cobble walls are needed is for when a sand entity falls, it is sandwiched between those because it would have a chance to either fall here or here otherwise. So that's just to keep it on the soul sand. In 15 plus, you don't actually need that. So for the 15 plus version, you simply move these pistons here. You can just get rid of all these cobble walls, so it needs even less pre-placed blocks, and then you can use really any block there, any pushable block with a will work just fine. But for versions 1.12, the cobble walls are necessary just to make sure that there's basically no loss. During a 200,000, out of 200,000 sand, when I mined a desert, I only lost 20. I don't know how I lost those 20, but I did. But that's pretty good in my opinion. Then finally for the trench, you do need to prepare it a little bit on the side. Just make sure that there's slabs or something blocking lightning from setting fire there, because that will trigger these observers on the side. Those are for the flying machines. There's not really a good way around that, but it's not much to do. And then also don't have any random any grass blocks or anything that could convert and just trigger those. So just keep that in mind. And then also you need to flood the bottom trench in versions 1.14 and below. This will work in versions 13 and 14. It's just that there will be a little bit more loss since the sand entities can still go either side, but the cobble wall hitbox change happened so that there is a little gap here. In 12, you can see that the hitbox there's no actual gap, even though there's a visual one. But in 13, that changed. So, like I said, so for 13 and 14, this will work. It'll just have a little bit more loss. I don't know how much exactly, but it will be some. So you do need this. The trench to be flooded. So let's just see the quarry in action. Every time you move the immovable block forward, you always have to move it in multiples of 2, because this machine always needs to move forward twice every time it launches. So it launches, those launch, and then it moves forward again, because when it comes back, these machines get moved forward. So every time it's on either end, it moves forward, which makes it pretty fast. And then you can see it in action over here. The sand gets lifted up, dropped onto the pre-placed blocks, and then any non-gravity blocks will just get lifted up by the sticky piston and then pushed up by the normal pistons at some point, so that the machines all have room to scoot underneath. And yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. It's pretty simple. It's actually really easy to build. And we're actually going to build it on Doug because our last one crashed because it wasn't lightning proof. We're very smart. Bye bye.